meeting is being recorded.
Okay. So I wanted to say still that there's still place available in the how do you say, in the residential in Germany. So if you want to go, then you can get some information if you want to, but there's still some places. And I'm gonna give a meeting in a live meeting, a weekend in Budapest. So that's it would be lovely to meet you and then see each other in person. So we'll see what's going on. And in October, there's still in October, but that's farther away. Then in October, there will be also a residential in Vietnam with GP. GP is also here. So we do it in Vietnam. That's also a really nice residential, I think. So, okay. And now we're talking about this. What can we say about this? It's very normal. It's very ordinary. And during the day, there's nothing going on like, oh, this is happening or all this. It's very normal day. And the only thing that seems to be different, but that's forgotten when that's not there, is that there's nothing going on about how can I deal with this? Oh, this is not, oh, maybe this is not right. I should maybe like this. And looking at yourself and being busy with everything what's going on. That's me. That's how you, when there's talking about me and then me is inside, there can be a sense of some tension somewhere in the body. But in the end, it's only tension. But when there's a feeling, I'm here, and maybe it's not sensed in the body, but there's really a feeling of I'm here. And it's more that whole construct about free will and choice. And I have to live my life and have to do or can do what seems to be important, or I have to look at what's going on and take care of my body, taking care maybe of my parents or my wife, my husband. And it's all, I'm here. And in the end, when there's me, it's always about yourself, about me. So everything is, the intention is to feel better about yourself and to go in the world and in the end to feel better about yourself. When that's gone, there's nothing going on about yourself. And this is also not about feeling better. This is more completely out of the story, has nothing to do with how you feel. It's everything. There's no distance and there's also no time. So when there's no time, first, then there's no development, there's no continuation. So hearing, really hearing, there's no time, nothing continues. It's this. There's no before, there's no after. So there are no consequences, but there's also nothing going on. So the body, what we see, is always there. And there's a birth and there's death when you're 80, 90 years old. It's a story. There's no beginning and there's no end. There's no birth and there's no death. That's crazy because in the story, it's so about I'm born and I live my life and in the end I will die. So that story can be very much embodied and believed and all that. And then hearing, there's no beginning and there's no end. And it's not only in an abstract version, but it's really, the body isn't real. Nothing is real. It's an appearance. It's an appearance of bodies and streets and circumstances. So there's no beginning and no time, no end. And there's also no distance. Distance seems also very normal. I'm moving towards that, and that's also development. And there's the table, it's over there, because the brain can abstract. So they can see there's behind and before and over there and here. Really little children, when the brain is not that sophisticated, they can't hear that. So when you say like little children till like 2 years maybe, it's behind that door. They don't understand. That's funny. It's the same thing, but the brain is still being able to abstract. So it's not a disease or something like that. The abstracting and knowing that there can be something behind the door. But in the same time, there's nothing behind. There's no outside. There's no outside and no inside. That's so this room, you could say, is everything. That wall is everything. And there's no distance. So it's not that what we were talking about yesterday, I remember. There's not me looking at the wall. It's walling, and that's everything full on. So it's like that. So when there's someone looking, there's a distance, and that has somewhere the feeling like nothing is really there. It's just that dissatisfaction, that not being able to be in it and not, yeah, feeling like maybe I'm not good enough. There's something missing, something like that. When there's no one, then suddenly the wall is walling. It's just like that, and that changes. It's not only the wall and then the computer and then like that, a feeling. So it's continuously full on, and it can be subtle, it can be strong, can be a feeling, can be smell or a sound, something like that. It's going on all time, had a whole time, you could say. But it's happening to no one. And it's not like there's that body and there's no one inside. Even the body isn't real. So that's maybe it's impossible to and get an image of that, because normally we assume that the body is real and there's something going on, no me in the body, there's no me anymore. So subtly it's still going on, that wanting no me anymore is something for me because it feels better, there will be no problems anymore. The whole thing about no me is that everything is gone, also Roes or some individual. There are no individuals. There is the floor, and that's everything. So that's something else. It's so full, and it's so full on. That's can be overwhelming when then suddenly it's seen or felt or there, and the body can't take it. So it's so can be like meing and being, because me is not all day. It's there. When there's cooking, maybe, then there's only cooking and being busy with cutting something. And then suddenly me comes in like, oh, should I do it not? And oh, what do it? It's taking so long and all that. Me is that feeling or that idea, belief, there's something wrong with you or with the world or with something else. It's always about right and wrong. When there's separation and looking at yourself, there's always seeing everything in that color, in that there's something not right yet, there's something wrong, maybe not in the words, but then it can be more natural. How can I change this? Oh, what is going on? There's a looking at yourself or what's going on. That's what me, the awareness of me does. It's like looking at yourself or the world or other people, comparing, trying to change in a subtle or strong way, wanting to feel good. And this message or this talking has nothing to do with bad or good. It's only saying it's what it is. But it doesn't mean that you say that to yourself, because that's a new way of dealing with what's going on. There's no advice. This is not a method. This is only a sharing of what's going on. It's not even being able to say what it is, that when there's no me, how is that? And in the same time, what's also being said is it's already complete. Everything is complete as it is already. So there's nowhere to go. So this meeting has no intention. It's only a sharing of, hello, it's already there. And there can be a sharing of that. So nothing right, nothing wrong. It's that what's happening. And I can be talking in the story, of course, and then sometimes saying something about that. But this meeting there can be a lot of words coming and all that. The, the words can do something, undo some concepts maybe. But it's also, and I think it's more like underneath that, there's something else going on. And it's about that energy. You can't grasp it. There can be a sense of that sensation of that feeling, sense. It is more a sense of there's something else going on too. There's nothing right. There's nothing wrong. Nothing wrong. That's huge because we're so involved in that making things better. It's always about this is right and this is wrong. And every story is about that. And completely nuts sensing that it's already the sitting. It's looking for a better life, a bit like, oh, how can I deal with this? And also in the story, a lot of stories. And then suddenly hearing, oh, it's sitting. It's that sitting already. Nothing to do with stories, with circumstances. It's sitting. A hand. Oh, that's complete. That's everything already. So we can talk about this, and we can talk in the story when you're sitting in a story and being busy with things that goes on, and there are questions about it. You can say those questions. There are no wrong questions. Also, it's not wrong to be in the story. That can be also the new thing, that it's better to not be in the story and to show that or something. There's nothing wrong. It can't be wrong. It's that what's happening, then those words are coming. So if you want to say something, please, you can unmute yourself. Or if you want that, you can type what you want to say if you don't want to be in recording. But the recording is on sound. So if you don't want to be in the recording, then you can also type what you want to say. Some people do. I will see what's happening. Ah, great, you're all there. Mm. Sometimes you think you know what will being said, and there's a lot of things going on in the head, and you think, yeah, but when I say that, I know what she will say about it. You don't. I don't. It's always different. It's new.
Hi. Yeah,
Hi.
so it's funny because there's nothing to add. It just feels like everything is already, well, it's already this, it's already full, you know.
Yeah.
um so there's nowhere to go. It's so maybe the mind or whatever is used looking for something to ask, or you know, searching it, and then that's not there, but it might still, like, it can't even think of a question, you know, or I can't even think of a question, because it's already it's almost like uh, coming to a resting place, you know, like rest in
Wow.
peace, because everything's already, it's already it's already this. I don't know how
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
explain it.
Can be there, and then sometimes when there's something happening, when they're just sitting and just, then that's,
Yes,
but when there's something happening, like suddenly something is saying something to you and like, oh, what's going on here, then there can be that whole me construct starting again, because that's in
yes,
situations when
yes,
there's feelings, they're a bit difficult, or like, oh, can
yes,
be.
yeah. Yes, I think I had that maybe a couple of weeks ago. It seemed like all the in French, névrosité, the like restlessness of the me,
Yeah.
and that was
Yeah.
full on, you
Yeah.
know. Yes, yeah,
But can be for a while, and then it falls away after
yes,
a while again, and then
yes, yeah.
mhm.
So it sort of feels like there was a not giving up. It's just the exhaustion of the search. You know,
Hmm.
the feeling of needing something else,
Ah,
lacking something, searching. It seems that that's just gone.
ah, mm,
And so whether it's called non-duality, duality, there's not even like, it just doesn't even come up, you know.
yeah. Ah, yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
and also before hearing you or other people say there's not even a real body, or it's just empty, there's nothing. So there was, what does that mean, what's that, you know, that's trying to grasp, and that's just gone. You
Ah,
know, the trying to grasp is just gone. So
ah,
if whatever appears is whatever appears.
yeah. Yeah.
That's how it seems to be, you know. Or the
Mhm.
talking is just the talking, you know. It's like,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah.
And like, and with my friend yesterday, and she was sharing her stories, and you know, talking about crystals, and it's beautiful, you know. There's
Yeah.
nothing wrong with it.
No.
It's, you know, it's
Yeah.
like we can talk about this, and some people like going to watch the football, and raise their voice, and it's all of it. It's all
Yeah.
of it. There's no,
Yeah.
no, oh, I'm in this box and she is in that box. No.
Yeah.
Yeah. And even seeing this big tree that was in front of me is like,
Mm.
you can't describe, can you? It's
No. No. And it,
yeah.
but there can also be anger and irritation. That's
Oh yeah,
also
yeah.
part of it.
But that's what I mean.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like this, like it's borderless. There's
Yeah.
no
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
borders. So
Yeah. Sure.
everything's so free.
Mm.
Everything's so free to just be
Yeah.
whatever. Or
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, and then that's
Yeah.
energy, and that has no meaning.
Yes.
It can feel like it's just that energy, and then
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
doesn't.
yes.
And
Yeah.
then something
Even
else.
that there were gulls, like seagulls over the river, and you could tell it's just energy, not could
Yeah.
tell. You don't say it, oh, it's energy.
No.
It's
No.
just how it
Yeah. It's
presents.
very literally. I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it's also not knowing.
No,
That's
that's.
very strange.
Hmm.
This
But it's also very
and
simple because
oh
it's
yeah,
a cup of tea. What is there
yeah,
knowing
yes,
or a seagull flying?
yes,
Yeah.
yes, yes,
But in a
yes,
strange way, we are so involved in that. Oh, that seagull is there. Why is it? And then why, or explaining and all that. It's so quickly
yeah,
done.
yeah.
And then only seeing there's only that seagull. It's like, oh, whoa, it's complete something else. Yeah.
Yes, that's right. It's well,
Mm.
that's it. You can't describe.
No, no. How it is. You can't describe how it is. No.
No, I mean
But
here it might be that it's what's going on just now, and it
mm,
seemed to be felt,
mm,
but without an understanding. That's all I can say. It's just
mm, yeah,
yeah, talking. I mean,
talking. Yeah.
it's like there's nobody who could choose the tone or the sound of
Yeah.
voices. You
Yeah.
know,
That's the uniqueness of that.
yes,
Yeah,
yes,
that's nice.
yes. The color of skin.
Yeah.
It is.
But it's
Yeah.
and the funny thing is because I thought always that's the what it's wonderful, but it's not wonderful, it's what it is. So it can also be, oh my God, what is he saying? Or something like that. It's that
Oh
too.
yes,
And that makes it
yes.
more like normal and not that spiritual, like everything is all right or
No,
everything is
no, no,
wonderful. That's
no.
something else. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if someone's waiting to speak, but yes, because I went to like a meeting a while back, and the chap, the man who sort of chaired the meeting, it sort of triggered, like, oh,
Ah,
I
yeah,
can't
yeah,
stand
yeah.
someone
Yeah.
like being
Yeah.
bossy, and so
Yeah. Yeah,
I
sure
felt
they can.
almost like walking out.
Yeah, that can be, of course.
Yes, yes,
It's
yes.
very
And I
normal.
thought I
Yeah.
was going to, be cross and upset. And then something completely different came up. What I
Yeah.
shared was like, oh, it's funny.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Mm. That's
yeah. Yes, I can be annoyed because I've got problems with my camper van. It's been leaking water, so everything's wet, and I don't know if I'm going to get rid of it.
ah,
Like
ah,
like Joe and
ah,
his dog. It's like,
yeah,
what to
yeah,
do, and
ah,
yeah, and there's no answer. It's
yeah,
uh,
ah,
yeah,
mm,
always not knowing if I'm going to try and do the work myself to repair it, or
mm.
it's just ordinary life.
Of course, everything goes on. Yeah, of course.
Yes, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Nice chatting
Mm.
anyway.
Yeah. And I saw a chat about what did Tony say when you were asking that question about no money? I can't remember what he said. I really don't know. I only felt that when he was saying something, that was a period that I had no money and somebody was asking him about my situation that I didn't have any money anymore. And then Tony said something, and the whole thing about money, that the whole issue wasn't there anymore. But I don't know what he said. So it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what are the words. It's not in the words. There's something else going on. And then suddenly can be like, oh, that whole issue is gone. Or not. It's different, of course. But it's not in the words. I don't remember. Yeah. What would you say? I don't know. If there's a question about something, then maybe there's something saying, but I don't know. There's not, I can't say something like, what is money? It's just then it's an abstract thing going on. I don't know. This is not a knowing about what's happening with money or all that. It's energetic. So when they're saying something, somebody's saying something and there's suddenly a response or something like that. When there's before the meeting, there's nothing going on. I don't know what to say. I think like, how can I say something in this meeting? I don't know anything. I don't know how things work out, or I can't even remember. And then suddenly when there's that meeting and people are here, or I see those names, it doesn't really matter if I see people or I see names, and suddenly that words are coming. It's energetic. So maybe there's coming something, and how it's going, I really don't know. And when it's gone, and then nothing, there was nothing before. So there's this talking. There's no before. That's crazy. When there's no time, there's no before. So there can be a remembering, but most of the time the remembering can also be different than what's being said before. It's this. And it doesn't matter if there's a remembering or no remembering. It's this. It's a table. It's that sound. Is it? It's only that sound. It's wow, it's or there's words. They don't have any meaning, and then maybe they're understood. Maybe you don't understand English. It doesn't matter if you understand English, because those words are it. It's just talking. We can like that, and it doesn't matter because it's not only that understanding what's being said. It's the tone. It's everything what's going on. It's what we're talking about. It's that tone. Is it? It's not only me, it's everyone. There's no difference. There's no difference between me or somebody else. It's one. It's one. So it's tabling, rosing, sound.
Hi, Rose.
Hi, hello.
I just was wondering, when you say energetic, the word energetic sounds difficult to understand for me. You could say divine or mysterious or nothing, because it sounds like if it has scientific explanation, energy, like if you are sure that there is some energy. But why energetic? I don't understand.
Yeah. What
It
I can,
sounds like a
yeah.
scientific explanation,
Yeah, but
science, but
it's more simple. It's like when they're it's energetic means that we think like I'm here and there's person and there's a meaning and all that, but it's only there's like how can you say it's really an I can't I don't know the words in English, but there are molecules or all that, and there's attraction and it's going like that, and it's a bang and all that, and in that sense energetic. So it's so nothing to do with the story or nothing to do with what seems to be circumstances. It's attraction or that, and it attraction not like, oh, I am attracted to that man or woman. It's only that's it's underneath, so that has nothing to do with circumstances.
Yes, this I understand. But if you say energetic or molecules or atoms, it's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
if you know that there is atoms or molecules that are doing something. How can you know? We don't know anything. So how can you give this name and energy, or does anybody know if it's energy or something? We really don't know anything about it. Or how can, yeah, how can you use this word? For me, I'm not scientific, so I don't know what
Yeah.
molecules or atoms were.
No.
So
No, I'm not scientific too. No. But there's a sense of there's an energy going on without knowing anything about scientific things. Sometimes no, I don't know. Well, yeah, it's for me. It's like it's obvious. It's energetic, but I can't explain why I'm saying that. It's that, because it's something. I think it's more neutral. It's something like that. It's completely out of the story that there's cause and effect and all that. And when they're saying it's energetic, it's more neutral. It's energy going and it's wild and it's there and it's can be colors or bodies or all that. So there's nothing going on like cause and effect or individuals or that. So it's a very neutral way of saying things, something like that, maybe.
But you could use any word.
I don't know. Maybe there are different words. Yeah.
I mean, no, I don't
It's
want
live.
to
It's
continue.
live.
Yeah,
You can
live.
also
Yeah,
say it's
yeah.
live. It's live, going in his own way. How can you say it? Yeah, you can say that too. Yeah, yeah, of course.
Yes,
Yeah.
it's what's happening.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's the same. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Yes, and I was just wondering that usually I come to this Sunday's meeting, and I give me an explanation because I'm alone. So I have a morning together with other people, or with you or other faces on the telephone. Do you understand what I mean?
No.
No. Okay. When I
Okay.
come to this meeting, Zoom meeting on Sundays, Saturdays,
Saturday. Yeah.
Saturdays morning, I always thought that it was because I was alone and I was giving me the opportunity to be together with other people, with you and all the people are in the meeting.
Yeah.
But it's not, it's just a story, isn't it?
That's a story. Yeah, that's
a story. It's just happening. It's a story.
It's sitting. It's very
It's
literally.
just sitting.
Yeah, sitting.
There's
sitting.
no solitude, nothing. They're
No.
just sitting.
And solitude is also a story because it's not being alone. It's sitting on the couch and then looking at yourself. You think like, oh, I'm sitting here alone, and then there's coming the story. It's the story. Yeah.
That's a story. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bye.
Yeah. Thank you. Bye.
I'm just thinking of what Francesca said about energy, and or the word energy, you know, how can it describe? And to me, the picture of waves come up, because the waves actually don't move. There's like an energy underneath it that makes it look. So the waves are the appearance, but it's not the waves themselves that move, if you know what I mean. So the word energy is the nearest you could describe what seems to happen. Or, you know, when you're talking about whatever Tony said about money, it's like something disappears or clicks, or, you know, I often can ask questions of speakers, and then the response is like, oh, it's all like almost like takes you back. It's you can't explain, and it's not something the mind can grasp really, until or not until
It's very, but
it's obvious.
very.
It's obvious when sorry, it seems so obvious. You know, energy. It's not in the word. It's funny.
But it's also in the words. It's also in the
Yes.
words. But but in the same time, words. It's not about understanding. There can be an understanding, but it's like a
Yes, that's
superficial
right.
something
Yes,
superficial, and
yeah.
something else going on. It's putting gaps. It's not hit. It's this is about loss. So those concepts and the ideas, that something to hold on and think like, this is the truth, or this is important, or all that, and it's smashing it out of the window, and then it's suddenly left with, I had something in my hand and suddenly it's gone, and then it feels like, what's going on? But it's becoming it's very literally, so that all that extra, like ideas and concepts and beliefs and stories, are just out of the window. So that makes it really into what is. That's and that's some, if it's about energy, that's like can be like that, or very subtle also. Well, yeah, it's a killer. That in those answering questions, there's something killing those escape stories, because me is always something going on, like escaping what's happening. Me doesn't want that, in a way, want something else going there, and then saying, no, it's this, something like that. Yeah, but not in words, but energetically. That makes it even stronger, because words you can misunderstand, but this is buff. Can be. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that somebody say there's no time, then age also doesn't mean anything. No, of course. There's a lot. It's also funny that everybody says like, "Oh, I'm that age, but I don't feel like that." It's so there's something going on. Like age is a bit strange, and then so it's not about age. No, that's how we do it here. But why should you know your birthday? I don't know.
I thought that yesterday when I saw this amazing tree, you know, with the blue sky, and it didn't even have spring leaves yet, but you know, and it's not a young tree, it's an old tree, but it's not, it's just like this aliveness. It's just aliveness appearing, you know, or whatever is.
So it's nothing to do that. Age is something like a story, because what's about age? It's about that aliveness, old age, aliveness, or something like that. It's being old. It can be really alive, but it can be. It is. But it's different as the child, something like that. But it's only that. It's no.
And
Not
when
better.
when there's identification with the body, it is scary, because you depend on the body's life to stay alive, and when you see it getting old and aching, it is scary. And it's just, it can just be the pain, or it can just be the look. That's all. There's no story about it.
No, when there's no story, then
when there's no
nothing
story,
wrong.
it's just,
Then
that's
there's nothing
right.
wrong.
Yeah.
But there's also no escape. So there can be pain or being tired. I don't know. Yeah.
Yesterday, the thought was, it was freedom, but it's inescapable.
There's no escape
it's free,
in the
but
story.
it's inescapable freedom.
People
it's
forget.
So funny.
They say it's about freedom and there's no story. La 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 la. Yeah, but there's also no escape. So it's full on in that what's happening, pain or the wall, but it's that full on. So there's nothing going on trying to change it or all that. So it's also whatever it's going on, like seemingly in the body, or stress can be there. Yeah, it's full on.
Yeah,
Everything
and here talking, and then not talking, and it's already gone. It's
it didn't even happen. Oh my God. It didn't even happen. That's crazy, because we're so into, there was a before, and you did say something like that and that. No, I didn't. Oh, that's crazy. Of course, in the story, when there's people and all that, it's just going into that. But in those meetings, it's like, no, there was no before. There's this. What? Huh? Yeah.
But sometimes you have to use story or words.
Of course, it's talking in the story too. Of course, you can say that.
Yes.
And sometimes it's talking in the story again, and sometimes there's suddenly like, no, there was no before. So it's like, it's just coming like that. Yeah.
Yes.
Doesn't mean you're wrong, you're in the story. Of course not. That's just talking.
No, because the story is also all there is. At the time of storytelling, like now, and hands moving, that's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Telling about hands moving, that's in my as I see us, that's not a story. That's just what's apparently happening. A story is something else. A story is.
Yeah, you can say the story is also what's happening, but it's also a story. So yeah. Because otherwise, that makes it, everything is just what's happening, and then it makes it in a different message.
Yeah.
I know what you mean. This is
what story is not the truth most of the time.
No, it's not a truth, but it's like, it's a story.
Yeah.
It's what's happening, of course, but it's a story.
Mm-hmm.
Or something like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes when I have pain in the body, I still connected with a story.
Yeah, it's so quickly. That's how that works. It's so embodied. So those thoughts, that when there's something going on, like pain or stress or that, then that's so quick. Me tries to get rid of that, or tries to make it in a better thing, using thoughts to do that. It's so quick and seems so convincing also. It's clever. It gets cleverer and more clever and more clever. Can be very subtle. Yeah. It's a survival system, so it's amazing how that's going on. Yeah, of course.
Someone is mowing the grass in a neighborhood, and that sound is full on. It's so
Yeah,
nice.
that sound is it, and that's it can be an image of with that, and it's just that sound. It's like, ah, yeah, yeah. Mm. This night there was it's just a story, but this night there was I woke up and there was a sound of a cat, and that this body it just immediately stood up, closed the window, and like, oh my god, I know what that cat is. And then after a while it's like that, and then after a while it's kind of, and then I feel asleep again. But it can be like that strong and that strong response, and then it's gone. Yeah. This is going nowhere. This meeting, these answers are going nowhere. And when there's me, it wants to continue, wants answers, wants to go anywhere, wants to grasp something, wants to know. And then there are questions and it's going nowhere. There are no answers. So that's la 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 la, boom, la 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 la, boom. So that's like this. That's the energy of the meeting. Could say that.
But sometimes there's still an idea that when I don't stand up early in the morning to watch the birds or something like that, that I miss something.
But that's me. Me is always thinking I'm missing something when I don't do this. That's how it's working. There's always something wrong. You should do this because otherwise you miss it, or it's never enough. This is never enough. Lying in bed, it's not enough. It should
Yeah,
be
that's what I
hearing
do,
birds.
but I like it very much to lay down in bed. Yes.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
it can be like that. And then hearing birds, being in nature is better than lying in bed or watching television. That's so, yeah, there's so many ideas about what's better for you. But that's an endless story of me is busy. It's your helper trying to feel good all day about yourself. And then life isn't like that, because that's a struggle with life, because life is everything. And there's something going on like the helper, the me or something, you could say that. Like, oh, but you can do this because then you feel better about yourself. And the life is boff. It's just lying in bed. And there's a feeling, but it feels like, oh, I did something wrong because now I feel like this. No, you didn't do something wrong. It's there can be that feeling. It's not even yours. It's only that feeling. And then that's it. And it comes and goes. And it's just a sensation somewhere. Nothing more than that. Yeah.
Yeah, it are all concepts.
Oh, so many. Yeah.
Yeah.
And some concepts are clear and then like, oh God, no. And some are so sticky and clever. Embodied, so then they seem so true. Yeah. Mm.
Yeah. Thank you.
Mm. That's the freedom. It's not about a story. It can't. The story. There's no story, and that's amazing. That freedom. But somebody say, but it's not only about concepts. It's energetic. So, yeah, of course. When there's losing concepts. Well, it's that can be, but it's energetic. It's yeah, of course. Concept can fall away. But that feeling, there's something wrong, that's underneath everything. That's more about that. That's the meeting is also about that. That can be losing concept, but that energy, like there's something wrong, and it seems to when you behave in a certain way, then it will go better. But that sense of there's something wrong with I'm not good enough, or there's a missing something. That's the energetic part. What's in the meeting, what's going on about that? There's nothing wrong. There's no one. There's no one. Everything is empty. How can it be wrong? It's happening. It's very literally that. There's no one. assembly. Last night I had enormous violent dreams. I wonder where it comes from. I don't know. Mm. There can be that, and then there's that sensation, and then with a dream it's very obvious. When you wake up it's gone, and then nothing is real. And when there's something happening here in the story during the day, it seems like it's real and it's really happening. It's also an appearance. It didn't happen. It's the same thing. And trying to work it out and being busy with what's going on and what did I do and all that, what's happening and what it has to do with this. That's me trying to work it out and trying to feel better about yourself because you worked something out or it was more relief. That's what, because of you did understand something or that. It doesn't matter. Then that's what's happening. Then those dreams are there. And then it's gone. And then there's lying in bed or the table. Life hasn't a purpose. Life hasn't meaning. It's only what is. So there's tabling, yeah, or a dream, yeah. So what? Yeah, it's going nowhere. It is. And it's a lot of energy, and then tabling and floor and sensation, sound. It's that. There's no relation between anything. It's that, that, that. It's not happening to you. There is no you. Life is. And there's no you. There's no one already. Yeah. It's nothing. It's all nothing. And it's also everything. It's apparently everything. It's nothing. It's empty. And it's everything. It's full on. In that, apparently. It's crazy. You can't even grasp it, what's meant by that. And suddenly it's there. Oh, that's what she's saying. Can be. But you can't say how it is, but then suddenly it's like, oh, yeah, of course. Yeah, yeah, yeah. How can you say, how can you make an image of it's nothing is happening, and in the same time it's everything full on, it's full, it's empty and full together, but it's apparently full. How can you understand that? You don't need to understand. There's no understanding. No. Yeah.
Hi, Roes.
Hey, hey.
I was hearing a speaker recently talk about how feelings are empty.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe do you have anything that you could say about how feelings are empty?
Yeah, yeah, everything is empty. And in the same time, it's full. It's apparently full. So feelings is the same as the table. It's empty and it's felt. It's like a sensation or subtle or that. So it's felt, and in the same time, it isn't. It's crazy. That's how you can say it's empty. It's sensed, and it's in the same time it's not there. That's strange. What in the it what's that's the freedom. I can only say that's the freedom. How can you imagine that a feel when there's a feeling it's empty or it's not there? How
Yeah.
it's like, well, you can't imagine that. So it's and then suddenly there's maybe one moment and then suddenly like, oh, it's like that. It's there and it's not. That's strange. How can it be? Yeah, it's like that. But it's everything is like that. Nothing is real and it's there. But a table, it's like a table. But feelings, there's also that sensation or smell or sound. It's hearing sound. It's hearing or it's no, not hearing. It's sound, and it's empty. That's the freedom. It's in the same time. It's full on.
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe your voice is frozen, or is there something frozen with me? I don't know, but I can't hear anything anymore.
Can you hear me now?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, when there's the appearance of the me and my, my feeling,
Yeah.
then then it's really seems so substantial, like there's real substance to it, and it's really, real.
hmm Well, when there's me and I'm here and all that, everything is real. So the table feels solid, and the circumstances are real, and feelings also are real. So, well, that's the trouble in a way, because then there seems so everything is real, and there's also real, like I have a choice somewhere. So there's going on how to change it, because it's when it's real, it's and something, and there's underneath everything, there's something going on. I don't want this, I want this, and I don't want that. It's there's a moving away from pain and wanting to feel good or something like that. So, and
Yeah.
then everything is real, so then there's something going on. How can I do something about it, or what can I? And that's the story, and that's the suffering. And hearing nothing is real, it's really something, because it's not only circumstances, but it's also that body, and that feeling I'm here is also not real. And in the same time, feelings are still going on. It's not that there are no feelings anymore when nothing is happening or things like that. It's still full on. So that's how can you make an image of that? It's just not graspable. But it makes it into there's another possibility. Like, oh, normally you try to deal with everything, and then suddenly it's like, oh, there's no one, and there nothing is real, and there's nothing wrong. How can you make something of that? And somewhere, sometimes there's a sense of, yeah, there's something in it. There's a sense of a resonance or something like that. But maybe not understanding. It doesn't matter if there's understanding or not. But there's a sense, and then there's something else going on. And then it's about loss, because there are a lot of concepts about everything is real, and this is solid, and this is my feeling, and all that. And then suddenly it's not confirmed. So it's like, oh, this, and there can be a loss of concepts also in feeling. But it's not only about those concepts, it's also about there's someone, and there's nothing happening. And in the same time, everything goes on. It's crazy. And it's not, nothing is mine, but there's still everything goes on. It's full on. When there's a feeling, it's full on. There's no one feeling it. There's no distance, because distance is also something that it's in the world of me. There's distance. So there's feeling like there's something missing or not really satisfying. And when there's feeling, it's that feeling. It's not someone feeling that. It's pain. Well, that's, and then when there's nothing going on, trying to get rid of it or not wanting it or all that, that's part of that me. When that's lost, there's no escape. But it's also full on, and it's unconditional love, pain. Oh, and it's painful, and in the same time, there's something else too. It's aliveness.
Yeah, thank you.
Mm.
Yesterday night or evening, I thought I have to back down with a pattern,
Ah,
but that's also, yeah,
it's a story.
yeah.
There are no patterns. That's a
Uh-huh.
story. I don't know what's going on. There can be when people see like Rose living, maybe they're thinking, "Oh, she's living in a pattern." Yeah. So what? I don't care. What is a pattern? I don't care. It's everything is full on. And
It's
what is a pattern?
mhm.
It doesn't matter if how people see it, or maybe I don't know. I'm not seeing patterns.
It's not even happening.
No, it's a story. It's
Yeah,
looking at it and thinking, oh, there's this happening and that, and then I did that. Oh, I should not do that because, oh, God, so complicated. There's always, and about patterns, it's always about something wrong. That's the
mm,
story of me, is when I did that I know. It's so much into working on yourself and thinking it's amazing how strong that is. There's something wrong with me, or I'm not good enough, or there's something I should be this or that. It's always the same story. In a way, it's boring. It's like, oh my God, it's not good again, or something like that. Because it's how can it not be right? It's just sitting, walking, or maybe talking in a certain way. Yeah. So what? It's going nowhere. It is without any meaning at all. It's that, and it's complete as it is. So what can be wrong about what's going on? There's no one doing things. It's that energy, that body, or it's full on. It's complete as it is. For no one. There's already no one doing things. It's life. Mm. Mm.
Hi.
Hi.
Um, I'm sitting in a place. No, not place. I don't. Doesn't matter. When you look at your computer and you see all the faces, you don't see different people. You just see forms,
Yeah. Faces.
colors, faces, and
Faces.
sounds coming.
Names. Sounds
Name.
coming. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
you call me Francesca just because there's just the name, but not because you see somebody. You just see faces, movements,
Yeah. That's very.
colors.
Yeah, but they're still being able to abstract. So there can be an imagining of, oh, that
Okay.
name, there's somebody behind, but not also it's not even, yeah, it can be, but most of the time they're seeing names and not being busy with what's going on there, or seeing a face. Yeah. Or seeing
Yeah, because
water.
I, I'm
Yeah.
I'm sitting in a crowded place, and I
Mm-hmm.
see lots of people around me, and
Yeah.
I think uh, I I look at them as individuals. Huh?
Mm.
So okay, she's wearing I don't know, that bag or that ear. So, but you don't see in the same way. I just wondering. I
Yeah,
just
that
was
can
wondering.
no, that's see this I think the same. You don't know if everybody sees the same, but they're seeing
Mm.
colors and clothes and people talking. And sometimes there's also gossiping about people. Yeah, it can be.
Mm.
Like, oh, sometimes people behaving in certain like, did you hear that? Oh my God, what is that? Yeah, that can be.
So
And then it's gone.
abstraction is going
Yeah,
on.
yeah, can
And
be. But that
this
is
is
also
a
empty.
woman, this
So
is a
it's,
man, this is a, I don't know, children.
yeah. But that's what's lost is that there's something wrong, or
Okay. Mm.
Yeah, I can't say differently. There's in not because when there's me, there's always looking through a color. So like there's something and it's comparing or trying to do something with it. It's only seeing, and then there can be also thoughts of talking about something, but it's also empty. It's just silly talking, and then it's gone. Gossiping
Okay.
or all that.
Yes, I just wonder if it was bidimensional or three-dimensional.
It's
That's-
it's two-dimensional, but there's being able to see like the body. It's in that sense there's the same. The table is over there. There's I have a disease in my eyes, so I'm not seeing the depth. Something, but that's a disease. So I can't
okay.
see that very well. But I'm so used to it, so there can be. It's adapting that they're still knowing how to go from one place to another. So that's in that sense. But really, I once got to a movie, and then there was a three-dimensional movie, and I had some glasses on, and first I couldn't see anything because it was strange because my eyes don't work together. And then suddenly I said it was a moment, I saw three-dimensional, and I was like, oh my God, do you see that all the time? So I never see that. But that's just the disease of the eyes.
Okay. No, I didn't know about your disease. I just wondering if
Yeah. If that's always, it's not in
no
nine. I don't think
abstraction
it's,
means also no dimension.
yeah, but
Just
it's very literal. It's seeing everything very literally. It's more that. So it's there's seeing bodies and not being busy with anything about that. Or suddenly there can be something going on, but then it's gone. It's, yeah. It's difficult to describe how it is. So that whole ability to abstract, you can the abstracting, the brain can still abstract. So they're seeing distance and all that, but it's no meaning in that. It's just that. Me is always busy trying to get something, trying to fulfill itself, trying to feel good about himself. When that everything is lost, that's lost. So you can't do that anymore. So there's nothing going on trying to get something or trying to feel better or all behavior about that. It's just not there. So there can it's not noticed, but it's a relaxation in that, and there's nothing going on about me wanting to feel better about it. So well, it's so normal that I couldn't say what's going on because it's so normal and it's forgotten how it was before. So I couldn't say something about a change. I don't remember. So for me, it feels very normal, but maybe it's different at what's normally being on because there can be a lot of looking around and feeling like, oh, I would like to sit there because it feels so much better over there, or all that. That doesn't happen. What I remember now, it's always sitting in the wrong group. I was always thinking, oh, that I'm sitting here with people. Oh, those people. Oh, I would like to be there because there's so much more fun out there, or all that, or in the wrong queue, and it's like, oh God, that's going well. Better, it's much better there. It's always somewhere else is better. I was like that. Now I remember. That's gone. I never think of that. Something like that. That's the completest, but it's not feeling like, oh, everything is complete, but there's nothing going on trying to change or wanting something else. That's not happening. It's just not coming. No, it's complete, but it's not feeling this is complete or things like that. No, there's nothing going on trying to change and trying to feel better or all that. That's not happening.
I think it would be nice if you are also facilitating a weekend in Amsterdam this
Yeah,
year.
maybe I'm thinking about it. Maybe I will do a whole Saturday. So I'm thinking about it to do it in June, in July, maybe. But I not yet have the arrangements done, but I will do it. Yeah.
Great. Thank you.
It's nice to have a live weekend and being with people and then sharing this. I love that. Mm. So it's this. It's this. It's a hand already. It's the only thing there is. It's that. And then there's something else. And it can be a feeling, but it's not for anyone. Nothing is for anyone. Life doesn't recognize individuals. It's not seeing someone. There are no individuals. Is not someone. That's a construct of the brain of people. Can be like, I'm someone and everything is happening to me. And so I have to do the right thing to make everything better for myself. Because in the end, it's like the world is, I'm the center of the world and everything is happening around me. And I'm the one who can change what's going on. There's no one. So there's also no free will or choice in what's going on. Life, life is the boss. Life is happening, regardless seeing people or that. But nothing is real. So it's an appearance of things. It seems like when there's me and everything is happening to me, then it's suddenly seen that everything is solid and real. Nothing is real. It's an appearance of walls and floors and bodies. Even the body is an appearance. So there's no continuation. There's there's that computer. There's talking, not talking to someone. There's talking happening. It's that sound. It's maybe words. Maybe there seems to have meaning or not. It doesn't matter if there's understanding or not. Nothing matters. That's amazing. It's not about something and it should be like this or that. It's everything. It's already everything. And there's that wall, and then that's everything. The wall is everything. Or sitting, that's everything. So there's nowhere to go. It's so intimate. It's so closer than close. It's already that what's happening. Is what you're looking for, is that. So wherever you go, the walking, the footsteps are it. It's that what you're looking for. That's everything. So it doesn't matter what it is. It can be trees, it can be cars, it can be a smell of like, God, what is this? It's that. It's full on. That's life. That's everything. That's what we're longing for. Is already this. A hand, the computer, that name, that's it for no one. Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you, Rose.
Thank you. Hi.
Thank you, Rose.
Thank you.
Hi.
Bye
Thank
bye.
you.
Bye, Rose.
Thank you, Rez.
Okay.